Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, I don't want to get copyright infringement, so let's switch up the music to something a bit more royalty free. I'll be real with you guys. I've never been into The Sims all too much. I've played pretty much every mainstream game except for the fourth, I think. Anyways, I suppose it just doesn't hit the old dopamine depository too well. Unfortunately, I'm so absent-minded that if a game doesn't give me a clear direction or goal, I go into complete caveman mode and I just don't know what to do with myself. Now, I'm not saying there isn't a direction in the games, but I think it just cements the fact that Sims games aren't really my cup of tea, for the most part. As it turns out, there was a Sims game or two back in the day that really jerked my chicken. One that honestly sticks out amongst all the Sims games in the whole series. Talking, of course, about the Urbz, Sims in the City. By now, the game is about 16 years old and it definitely feels like something straight out of the 2000s. Each city is host to a bunch of people who follow only one stereotype, like goths, preps, bikers, techno/EDMers, and of course, the best and biggest stereotype, the Black Eyed Peas. Who, by the way, were behind most of the music in this game, if that wasn't already 2000s enough. Hope you like the way Fergie sings Simish in your ear. Anyways, the Urbz is a pretty dope departure from your normal Sims gameplay. You actually get a set of goals in each level, and each goal nets you some reputation, which is how you base your progress in the game. You also get new rep from just talking to people. The main goal of the game is to be the most popular Sim in the city, which means vibing with every click. The gameplay loop is fairly straightforward. Get to a new district, work your way through the 3 levels of the job, talk to people till they love you, and maybe defeat the villain in the area if you're there at the right time. It's simple and pretty addicting, to be honest. Despite being a tidbit old, I think the game holds up its charm really well. Diving into the game, I went ahead and created my own Sim, the good old Cosmic Boner, and set him off into the world. Started him out strong in Central City, hanging out with the goths and catching his own loogies. We're pretty much starting from the bottom here. Now, there are certainly hang-ups in this game, a lot of little stuff that really accumulates over time and starts to slowly strip your sanity, like not having an option to take away your pet. At each of the apartments you own, once you pass a certain cash threshold, they throw a pet your way, which is fine, cute and dandy. One's a bulldog, one's a cat, and I think the last one is a monkey. Anyways, I mean, just look at this cute bulldog. But wait a second, it's only been 2 minutes and now I'm drowning in my own apartment due to a continuous amount of dog piss. Who asked for this? Who? I've already got to deal with good old Boner wanting to die of boredom every 2 minutes, and now my apartment looks like shit. Speaking of that, it's true I said earlier I don't play the Sims games often, but since when do the meters go down so quickly? 1 second I got this dumb little happy face in the corner and things are all sunshine and rainbows. The next, my Sim is dying because the town doesn't have an arcade machine to get my meter up. Also, sometimes the pathing just doesn't work for me. Seriously, there were times where my Sim could go anywhere he wanted, but since it didn't register, my Sim just sat there and did nothing, even though there were clearly more than one path out of his predicament. Anyways, let's check back in with Boner. I'm not sure what that outfit is, but he's comparing phones and making sushi, so I'd say it's a step up from catching his own spit. As far as I know, there's only one Sims game in the entire catalog that has the same kind of gameplay, which is The Sims Busting Out, which I think I did also play back in the day when it came out. Though every time I think back to which one I liked more, the Urbz usually stayed on top. At least, I think. From what I remember, the levels were more contained and they didn't really feel connected at all. At least with the Urbz, the city kind of feels whole, like each district kind of laps onto each other, especially when parties are had. You can see other Sims from different areas, and you know, it made it a better game feel, really, a better experience overall. Oh look, Boner's a model now, even got a monocle. Kinda looking a little menacing, I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not sure I trust my Boner anymore. I'm 10, I'm really just a 10-year-old. The villains in this game are hilarious. You're supposed to defeat them with a power social, which you get from Darius, the most popular Sim in the city. There are ragers every night where you get to meet Darius, as long as you got the rep to get in and he'll give you the power social. But what the weird part is, everyone's dancing and having a good time, but Darius, he never dances. He just sits there in his tracksuit, menacingly. Anyways, some of the power socials include throwing a disco ball, stink bombing someone, and literally just mugging them. Straight up, mask and everything. Which, by the way, is still a negative social move and can take away some of your rip. I literally saved your district from the person that's terrorizing you, but everyone gets upset with me when I have to resort to dire methods. This also led to me losing 40 plus rep because on top of that, your reputation slowly goes down over time, and at one point, I just kept firecracker dancing people because they all loved it, but suddenly someone hates it when I throw firecrackers at their feet and make them dance. I'm sorry, but the last time I checked it bounced me up 30 reputation. What do you mean you hate it now? I don't get it. It honestly led to me rage quitting the game. I feel really bad for it because I was super close to beating it. Anyway, I still say the Urbz is worth revisiting. It felt like a time machine and was neat to re-experience. Even if The Sims isn't your style, hopefully you won't end up a tragic tale like Boner.